I'm glad to be back. Y'all remember that? Okay. So this is supposed to be a true story. A teacher asked her young pupils how they spent their spring break. One child wrote the following: "We always used to spend the holidays with Grandma and Grandpa. They used to live here in a big brick house, but Grandpa got retarded and they moved to Florida. And now they live in a place with a lot of other retarded people. They live in a tin box and have rocks painted green to look like grass. They ride around on big tricycles and wear name tags because they don't know who they are anymore. They go to a building called a rec center, but they must have got it fixed because it looks all right now. They play games and they do exercise there, but they don't do them very well. There's a swimming pool too, but they all just jump up and down with their hats on. I guess they don't know how to swim. At their gate, there is a little dollhouse with a little old man sitting in it. He watches all day so nobody can escape. Sometimes they sneak out and then they go cruising in their golf carts. My grandma used to bake cookies and stuff, but I guess she forgot how. Nobody cooks there. They just eat out. And they eat the same thing every night. Early birds. Some of the people can't get past the man in the little dollhouse to go out. So the ones who do get out bring food back to the rec center and call it a potluck. My grandma says Grandpa worked all his life to earn his retardment. And she says I should work hard so I can be retarded someday too. When I earn my retardment, I want to be the man in the dollhouse. Then I will let people out so they can go visit their grandchildren." A lot of times people ask me, where do you get your jokes from and stuff like that? And I have to tell you that the large majority of my jokes come from people, residents here at Tanglewood, giving them to me. So if you have a nice little joke that, we try to keep it appropriate, so, not to offend anyone. But if you have something that you think would, be a good joke, please just turn it in to me. I'll gladly use it. Okay, so today we have line dance here at noon, sevens in the community room at 1, and then bingo be here and ready to play by 6:15. Tomorrow we have the food collection and the RV meeting at 2 p.m. in the community room. On Wednesday is the chili contest and the cupcake caper from 12 to noon. Sorry, they canceled it. It will not be occurring. Okay, and then, Friday we will have ice cream bars here in the clubhouse from 1 to 2. Then on Saturday, there is a dance with Pete Ruano, and the cost is $5 for residents, $6 for non-residents. A reminder about the ladies' luncheon that it's going to be on April 26th, and it's at the Caddy Shack. You order off the menu and pay there, and the sign-up is on the credenza. I appreciate everyone's patience with me. I know I have been out a great deal over the past week or so. I am having some medical issues that I'm trying to get taken care of, and I have some other personal stuff going on. So if you're a praying person, I would ask that you keep me and my family in prayers as we're going through all these different changes, and then me with my medical issue. So I am okay. I mean, I'm okay, but but I'm trying to be woohoo. So I hope that everyone has an absolutely wonderful week. And if you are going to be leaving soon, traveling, I hope you have safe travels. I mean, really, what a difference 2 weeks makes. I can tell a lot of people have already left, but if there are still traveling people, I hope you have safe travels, and we'll see you when you come back. And for those of you who stay here, it's getting about
Pam
that
Beatty
time.
The hat I have on today is for the hurricane shelter. I've had about 35 people sign up that they want their pets to be with them in case we need that again. That's great. Greg, all over here, well, wherever he is, we have a table set up over here. If you want to sign up to help out with some of these things, we'll need some people for setup in that too. Also, for the special needs, no one's turned any papers back in, and I'm getting a little concerned about that. So if you have a neighbor that you know they're on oxygen, okay, they need things like that, then you might go to them and ask them if they've filled out the forms. We have more in the back that we can pick up. They can bring them here, or they mail them to the health department, but they need to get that in order to have them come to pick them up. If something is going to happen, we know ahead of time, then they will come in vans and pick the people up, take them back to the shelter. It's a special needs shelter in that it has generators everywhere. It has 24/7 nursing care, so they'll be much better cared for in case we have a hurricane. But they need those forms. So if you need more forms, or you know somebody in your neighborhood that might be using it, then try to talk to them. Last is the triage. I'd like for some people just to sign up if you have any medical background. I know everybody's retired, and thought I was too. But just to be kind of on call if that happens. If we need somebody, if something big happens, if you sign your name up that you might help with anything medical, I don't know what's going to happen, anything. But we had a few people as backup. Not that you have to be doing things, but just that we can call on you. And so that sheet's also over there to help out. So pets, special needs, and triage, those are over there. If you guys can think of anything else that we might need, we're going to get with you each month and probably every week bring out a few more things in May about what we might need. We've talked with the MA, and they said the possibility of hurricanes is still very real. Hopefully not as bad as Irma, but we were joking when we started this and said, we're never going to need it. And they just looked at us and go, yeah, you might. So we need to prepare for the worst, hope for the best, but we need your cooperation.
Hi. Shirley Cabot for the food drive, which is tomorrow, second Tuesday of the month. I know most of you have been through this before. Just if you have a sack of non-perishable goods, put it out at the base of your driveway or on your by your lamppost by 8:30. We get them collected starting at 9 and take them to the Parkway Food Bank. And because there's so fewer people here, the donations are down. But you know what? The people who come to the food center, they don't go away. They're still there, and they're needing. The ones who need it in the winter, they need it in the summer too. And we will thank you for that. If you want to leave a check or cash or anything, give it to Billy, and we'll pick it up from her, okay? And I thank you. Craft fair tables, got a couple left at my table. They're $5.
Yes, indeed.
November 10th is the date. Thank you.
Cholesterol Dave, she says, yes, it is. I know it's been, usually we're sold out with our tickets. Due to a conflict that happened this time, it turns out that we still have a number of tickets for the next breakfast on the 21st, I believe. So if you have a few minutes to come on the Saturday, the 21st, Brenda still has tickets over here, and I think there'll be tickets one more time. Looking forward to seeing a full turnout, hopefully
Sharon
soon.
Gilmore,
Bye-bye.
Trips and
Thank you.
Travel. I'm in so much trouble with David, we won't even talk about it. We're going to go through the trips first, and then I'm going to tell you about a major change and one of the things going on in Trips and Travel. First thing is the St. Augustine trip. It's 2 nights, 3 days, $250 per person. See Randy in the back. I think December the 11th through the 13th. and a $50 deposit holds your spot. And we'll get back to that later. The Symphony is January 26, 2019. The Hawaiian Cruise is October the 25th, 2019. Pre-cruise meeting this Wednesday at 10:30 for the Oasis in the community room. And the Ireland trip is September the 14th, 2018. A change in the trips and travel. A lot of people get confused when they do the sign-up sheet. They think the sign-up sheet guarantees them a spot, even though we tell them you have to put a deposit down or pay to go. So we did a vote. We've done a lot of talking to do away with a lot of the confusion and people being upset. There will be no more sign-up sheets. If you want to go, you see Tracy, you see Randy, you give them your holding money. That guarantees your spot on the trip or whatever we have going on. We think that'll take a lot of confusion out of what some of the stuff
Lois
we're
Eberly
happening.
with Special
Thank you.
Meals.
Have a great day.
I'm here today to encourage you strongly, please, if you're planning on coming to our dinner a week from Tuesday, please get your tickets right away. We're going to cut off sales by Thursday noon because we have to shop for our groceries. But I understand there's a conflict with some folks because there's a cruise that week. But be that as it may, if you're here in the park and you'd like us to cook a home-cooked meal for you and come enjoy our ham dinner, $8 per person, and it'll be Tuesday the 17th. Please come and join us.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm Jay. Let everybody know that I plan on holding a town hall meeting here on Wednesday at 3 o'clock, calling it The Future of Tanglewood. We're going to talk about things to do in the summer to brighten our lives here in Tanglewood through the summertime. And maybe raise some money for when the people come back and do some other things. So if you'll be there Wednesday at 3 o'clock, we're going to do that. And then after we get on with that, we're going to talk baseball. We're going to talk about getting the league going again. So come and see us on Wednesday. Second thing, Kentucky Derby tickets. They're on sale. Started, should have been last week, but we're running behind. But they're up for sale now. It's $5. There will be beer involved and horse races and jackpots and a lot of fun. So come on out. There's going to be food. It's $5 a ticket. That'll get you some pulled pork. Everybody brings a dish. We set it all up here in the front. We bring the meat and the bread and the beer and bring dollars because you need them for the jackpots. Thank you.
Good morning. Donna Scores this morning. I wish there was a little more light. I don't have my glasses on. That's the only problem. And I'm aging, so bear with me. I can't quite see my notes this morning. We have a sevens card game today at 1 o'clock in the community room. Warm-up lessons start at 12:30. Ante up 20 chips for $2. Most of you have played with us before. The chili cook-off and cupcake caper that was scheduled for Wednesday, April 11th has been canceled. We're going to reschedule that for the winter. Broadway Lights Theater Company is proud to announce the return of the Great American Musical. Mark your calendar for Friday, April 27th or Saturday, April 28th. You are going to experience a magical carpet ride from here to New York City, right to the Broadway Theater, where we are going to seize upon your spirit and your imagination. Under the direction of Daryl Patrick, various uplifting Broadway songs will be performed by our local artists here within our park. Join us for an incredible evening of fun and entertainment. Tickets are on sale today and every Monday at Coffee for $5 each, and they'll be at the door as well. Rhodey is selling them over here. There's Rhodey with her hand up, so you can see Rhodey today too to get those tickets early. Tickets are limited, so we ask that you buy early, and they are good for either night. We look forward to seeing you there.
Howard Lowry.
Thank you.
Pictorial Directory Program is coming down to the wire for this week and next week. It'll be the end of the pictures. We're still needing some people to fill up some slots. So that's available at the very back of the room over there. My wife's back there to sign you up if you have not. The only way to get a directory is to have your picture taken. There will not be directories available to be sold for those that have not taken their picture. So the only ones that get the directory are the ones that have their picture taken. So those that are on the schedule today and this week to have their picture taken, please remember to keep your appointment. And for those that are there helping to sign people up, remember to be there as well.
So
we thank you.
Events.
Have a blessed day.
Again, we had a great show last night. And our next show, even though last night was the end of our normal concert series, our next show will be June 23rd. I shared with you before the Southern Gospel Night. That's a Saturday night in June. And we hope all of you can be there. It'll be a good show, and it'll be $10. As far as TMAC update, we have a board meeting on April the 18th. Board members, send your reports in to Donna by this next Monday. Many people came up to me. I'm back to my special event. Sorry. Many people came up to me last night and said, "What are the shows for next year?" And I shared a few weeks ago the lineup, but I'm going to do it again. I also posted it on the bulletin board, and we have it here for season ticket sales, which started yesterday. Season tickets are $80 for residents, $90 for non-residents. We're going to have 10 shows, possibly 11, but 10 shows definitely right now. And we start Sunday, October the 21st, with the tribute band of the Beach Boys. Sunday, November 18th, Mary Ellen Hooper and Kenny Hess. Mary Ellen Hooper is a comedian. Kenny Hess is a country singer. Sunday, December 9th, Edge Effect. This is a group that I mentioned before that they generally only entertain on cruise ships. Will be their first land-based show, and looking forward to that. Friday, January 11th, will be our showcase. It'll be with a new promoter. Each show will, each entertainment act will be up here for about 20 minutes. There won't be 28 to 30 acts like we've had in the past. It'll be less than that, but it'll last from roughly 8 to 5 o'clock. Sunday, January 27th, Orlando Transit Authority. They're a tribute band for Chicago. Sunday, February 10th, Phil Dirt and the Dozers. They've been here before, and many of you had requested for them to come back. Sunday, February 24th, the Queens of Florida. It's a variety show. Sunday, March 10th, Liverpool Live. That's the Beatles tribute. They were here 2 years ago, and everybody went crazy for them, so they're going to be coming back. Sunday, March 24th, Touche and Mark Merchant. Touche is a Shania Twain tribute, and Mark Merchant is, if you were at our showcase this year, he is a ventriloquist, and he has these puppets, and he's just a great, great show. And then we wrap up Sunday, April 7th, with Fleetwood Mac tribute band. And then we may be trying to get the band that was here last night for our wrap-up show, but that's up in the air for right now. But the ones that I read off to you are the ones that are definitely on the slate, and so you now have been informed. And I'm going to try and get this on TWR Times as well, so that you can peruse that and select what you want to go see, or come and buy a season pass. Now, the regular tickets are going up to $12, so if you buy a season pass, you're getting a real bargain. Your ticket's going to end up being about $8, because we're going to have 10 shows, and $80. You figure it out, and it's still a good bargain. Okay, welcome table. Sue, you have a lot of people over there.
Yes, we do. and I'm very happy about that. So I'm just going to start with the first couple here, and they can introduce themselves.
Okay. My name is Nora Sixby. This is my husband, Ernest. We're from Rockford, Michigan. We live in Wildflower, and he loves motorcycles, and I love stained glass. We've been here for a week, and we're leaving on Friday.
All right, give him a minute to stand up. Well, one of them anyway.
Hi, we are the Bullens, Marilyn and John Bullens. We also have a mentally handicapped son that lives with us. His name is Scott. Some of you have probably played water volleyball with him. He loves it. He loves it here. We love it here. We've been here a week now. We will be seasonal for this year, but we plan to make it permanent. We have 2 dachshunds, and we have a travel trailer that we like to travel in. So we appreciate you all. We love being here.
I'm Joyce. My husband is home painting. Yeah, I trained him right. We're here full-time from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And we're not that new. We've been here 2 weeks. I love bingo. You'll see me at bingo tonight. And my husband loves fishing. He does have a fishing boat, and I would like for him not to go alone. So if anybody wants to go fishing, come and see me, and I'll direct you. And I love it here already. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I have some fun facts that I want to share with you. On this date in 1959, some of you may remember this, NASA astronauts were selected for Project Mercury. In 1950, Bob Hope makes his first TV appearance. And this is a sad note here. In 1970, Paul McCartney announces the official breakup of the Beatles. I knew that would get to you. Okay, as far as this week, I'm going to do a little bit of a wrap-up. Thought we'd, since, like Billy said, we're all retarded, so we need to hear these dates and activities often. Tonight is bingo. Buy your sheets by 6:15. That, again, is tonight. Potluck is Tuesday at 5:30 right here. Of course, the chili cook-off is canceled. Thursday is a day off, so we get 2 days off in a row, Wednesday and Thursday. But Friday is ice cream bar day, and then Saturday is the dance with Pete Riano, and then Sunday, your favorite place of worship and a day of rest. So we get 3 days off this week. See you next Monday, and have a blessed day, and make sure you wave to everybody. Oh, I forgot to ask, how many of you will be here next week? They need to know for a donut count. Raise your hands if you'll be here next week. It looks like most of them. So there you go. Thanks.